As soon as the house was covered with diffusion and roofing film, we were not afraid to come here for the night. Sleeping bags for the tundra, a few liters of bioethanol in the fireplace for it, and we could have fun in the cool autumn evenings with drinks and snacks. For us, as urban people, such new sensations are something wonderful. Wake up in nature, awakened by the sun, birds. Not in a comfortable bed in our apartment, but in a completely unusual place. Amazing breakfast with coffee at the table outside. And later on the flat roof. We are enjoying every sunny minute before the roof work begins. Wood beams are nailed onto the film pulled over the rafters. And battens are screwed to the narrow beams. All this is done due to the condensate that collects on the roof film. So that the water that collects and does not drain does not rot the battens holding the slate. The gaps between the battens are calculated according to the load of the slate panels specified by the manufacturer. In our case, we got 2 battens over the length of 1 sheet. The installation of the roofing was awaited with a headache, because everyone advised to build a rack around the house in order to work on the roof. But everything turned out much simpler. Then when the flat roof of the house was installed, from which we already worked like from a rack, or work site, reaching the entire roof. Also, combs were installed against birds. A simple and cheap element, but protecting the house from the terrible consequences of any living organism settling there. Walking with bare feet on narrow tracks was very scary in the beginning, but later it became a daily job. Well, at least for a couple of weeks. This had to be done very carefully. However, as any wobble or twist of the foot could mean falling down through the tearing film, or straight off the roof. Now it's time to bring corrugated sheets. Julius and I rented a cargo trailer and brought corrugated sheets made in Lithuania. The total weight of the cargo was over 1/2 ton. These cement corrugated sheets are more fragile than the currently banned asbestos slate. So it was necessary to carefully lift and place each sheet on the ground. An architect I know recommended adding larger corrugated sheets, because our roof is only 13 degrees. The larger the leaves, the less likely the wind will blow water under the roof. Corrugated sheets we received only in cherry color. But we didn't worry too much about it, because an architect we knew was right that a roof with such a small slope would not even be visible from the ground. You can see the way we lifted corrugated sheets weighing 25 kilograms each. The sheets had to be simply pushed with a rigid wooden ladder. Sometimes help on the roof took over the sheets. A total of 24 sheets were stretched on the roof. Although everything was carefully measured, but for the first time in my life working with an object of this size, there was a fear that the diagonal of the roof would not match, or other geometrical problems would arise. However, when laying corrugated sheets, it turned out that everything is covered very precisely and there are no geometric deviations. The most annoying thing was the screws of the corrugated sheets, which were not quite the right length. The 80mm screws did not pull the sheet to the board, while the 100mm screws slipped through the battens. We were afraid that the roof film would not be punctured. Working with cement board was not difficult. Everything cuts and drills very easily. However, a Makita handheld circular saw blade was donated for this. After cutting the sheets, it came off completely and was thrown away. The weather is getting a little cooler. Autumn was fast approaching. However, we managed to lay the corrugated sheets before the start of the rainy season. With each sheet, the work went faster and faster. At the beginning, one slope of the roof is covered, then the other slope. Finally, it remained to cover the ridge. A special air-permeable ridge cover is glued. It prevents birds from roosting, but allows air to circulate from the bottom of the roof to the top under the sheets. Metal roof elements. Ridge cover. Side panels against the wind. Everything is bought, unpacked, and immediately installed. There is almost no clipping with metal scissors. Everything is adjusted by sliding sheets under sheets. In this video you can see the ridge cap still installed incorrectly. It was later installed above the side wind deflectors. The flat roof can be covered with a self-adhesive Mida coating. However, the passing strips still need to be nailed with small nails. This roof has a very low slope, about 3%. However, even from such a slope, the water drains in the chosen direction outside the wall of the house. It is not advisable to walk a lot on such a self-adhesive surface. Therefore, in the future, a wooden terrace with a railing and a small canopy will be constructed on the flat roof. Of course, you will also need normal stairs, not temporary ladders. It is nice not to work with some expensively bought nails, but to use old but high-quality nails left by the father-in-law. And now for the final test, checking for water leaks. It seems everything worked out and turned out great. And most importantly, there was no need to build any complicated racks. Everything was done by climbing onto a convenient flat roof that served as a work platform. Upon arrival, long-seen friends presented the historical flag of Lithuania. It's like a symbol for our house, that we can already raise our beloved flag on it. A lot of work has been done. The house is covered with films. It has a roof. You can spend the night there and come to rest for a while. However, there is still a lot of work to be done in the near future, warming the walls, running electrical cables, installing ventilation, mezzanine, and paneling inside and out. Keep following our channel. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, support, share our video adventures with your friends. See you next time.